From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Good evening and welcome to Super Primetime Max on The Debate with Arnab tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a new flavor in town. And the new flavor of the season in the Congress party is a bright young man called Robert Vadra. Every morning, through the mandatory, compulsory, necessary, unavoidable, has to be taken ANI agency soundbite. Every morning he gives a soundbite to ANI. Robert Vadra advises both the Congress and the government on every major issue. So the question is, what is this next heir apparent of the Congress party? Robert Vadra, proposing as a solution to the NEET mess. For Robert Vadra has a solution to everything. In fact, it's very easy for him or any other Vadra or Gandhi family member to do an Insta video with a solution or criticism on anything. But can any of them, or even Sonia Gandhi for that matter, suggest a single solution for the exam mafia? I can assure you, viewers, they have not one solution. They are just looking at NEET as an issue which has to be politically juiced out. And an issue which, having been brought to national attention and prominence through the exposés of the Republic Media Network, they need to politically capitalize on. The Congress is not serious about students. If it was, then can Rahul Gandhi explain why he refused to respond when under a Congress government in Rajasthan, when millions of students were cheated repeatedly in scam after scam after scam, in entrance exam after entrance exam? He kept quiet. Didn't say a word. Priyanka Vadra didn't say a word. Robert Vadra, don't know where he was. And them having done that are now doing their own PR on NEET. Viewers, what do I think? Well, I think that as of now, and I'm not happy with what the government's done, but as of now, it seems last few days the government has done a fair bit. Okay, I agree with you. All of this should have been done earlier. But it's totally unfair to say that the government doesn't give a damn or the government hasn't done anything. Unless Robert Vadra gives us more magic in his ANI agency by tomorrow morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a couple of debates for you tonight. First, the government springing into action, but is it enough on NEET? And does anyone have a better solution than that? Ladies and gentlemen, that's debate number one. And I have this terrifying situation where I'm told somebody ordered biryani on Swiggy and found maggots instead. What's going on with these delivery companies? You know, they say don't ask us. If you're not supposed to ask them, who are you supposed to ask? I mean, tomorrow, if they give us garbage through Swiggy or through Zepto or any other of these delivery companies, do they owe the viewers no explanation for that? Ladies and gentlemen, also on the debate this evening, at 9 o'clock tonight, we're heading towards a chaotic session of Parliament. And I think the elections are over. I don't quite understand if the indie edge in the Lok Sabha will be an edge of commotion or an edge of substance. That's debate number 3 tonight, a sharp debate at 9 o'clock. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the Debate Tonight. Dramatic start to the 18th Lok Sabha. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recalls the dark era of the emergency in his first address. Opposition stages a safe, constitution predictable demonstration outside Parliament. All this in less than 10 hours on the first day of the 18th Lok Sabha.
देशवासी संकल्प लेंगे कि भारत में फिर कभी कोई ऐसी हिम्मत नहीं करेगा जो 50 साल पहले की गई थी और लोकतंत्र पे काला धब्बा लगा दिया गया था।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes on the Congress a day ahead of marking 50 years of the dark days of the emergency under the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Congress party angry with Prime Minister Modi's remarks fields Robert Vadra and Mallikarjun Kharge. Kharge mocks the Prime Minister with an undeclared emergency remark. Why can't the Congress accept the truth about 1975? And while the opposition is setting its agenda to yet again disrupt parliament proceedings big time, trying to capitalize on the BJP's numbers dip, the Prime Minister has made it clear that this government is a strong one. JP Nadda has been appointed as the leader of the House in the Rajya Sabha. As CBI is spreading its tentacles in the NEET scam probe, sends its teams nationwide and does multiple arrests. Ladies and gentlemen, one scam and a nationwide link. The government has sprung into action into the NEET scam probe, and the CBI has taken over 5 cases across different cities. There have been many arrests that have taken place. But amidst all of these, we are forgetting that the career of the students is still walking on a tightrope. They have still no clarity, not complete 100% clarity yet. Is the action taken by the government too little, too late? Can they do more or just wait for the Supreme Court verdict hearing on the 8th? Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate that.
The government has finally sprung into action in the NEET scam. But after Patna and Godhra, the scam has surfaced in several other cities. A third teacher has been arrested in Maharashtra's Latur. A case has been registered against 4 individuals.
पेपर लीक कोई नई चीज़ नहीं है। आप पुराना भी उठा करके देखेंगे इतिहास, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकारों में पेपर लीक हुए हैं और उत्तर प्रदेश में ये सबसे बड़ा सवाल निकल करके आया था, जिसमें करोड़ों लोगों के साथ अन्याय हुआ। आप पेपर लीक जानबूझकर करा रहे हो, जिससे नौजवानों को नौकरी और उनका आरक्षण उनको न मिल जाए।
The opposition has been cornering the government on the NEET scam using student bodies.
Tamil Nadu has always been saying that we do not want NEET and we want to be exempted from NEET. It's very clear today that this examination is not a fair and just examination, and we've been saying that we do not want it and Tamil Nadu has to be exempted from it. And now the whole country is saying the same thing.
The CBI is in action mode even as serious lapses continue to surface. But the big question is, has the government done enough?
See, the problem is that while NEET is a very serious issue for Republic, for the Congress party, it's all fun and games signifying nothing. That's their approach. They've not come up with a single suggestion on what they would have done differently. And so we have to come to some kind of finality on this. I mean, we can keep doing politics over it, yield nothing. NEET is right now a week 1 parliament issue for the Congress party. With me on the program tonight, let's get perspective from a bunch of doctors, political analysts and politicians with Dr. Dheeraj Kaul, transplant nephrologist and clinical researcher, and he is also part of the exam prep for doctors in the US. Very interesting. Dr. Dheeraj Kaul from Washington. Pulla Rao leans towards the DMK. We know Dr. Santosh Mehrotra. He usually leans towards the Congress. And we have Himanshu Rai, Director IM Indore, and Anil Antony of the BJP, newly appointed national spokesperson of the BJP. Congrats. First time you're coming after that. Okay, Dr. Dheeraj Kaul. We have a few things. You must have been tracking this. I'm told you're part of the exam prep for doctors in the US. And I know there are enough problems here. You've seen what the government's done last few days, you know. postponed other exams like NEET PG. They've got an anti-paper leak legislation. They've cancelled the grace mark systems. They're rationalizing the syllabus. They've had the CBI step in. There are modifications for the re-exam. Then 1,500 students who got the grace marks, out of them about 60% took the exams, 40% didn't come. So they've done possibly everything they could. Yes, the argument being they've only acted under political pressure, but can they do anything more differently in a short period?
Thank you, Arnab, for having me on the show. First of all, I must admit I'm a big fan of yours. You do an amazing work in investigative journalism. I've been watching you for years, and so many colleagues of mine. So thank you for the great work you do.
Thank you.
Having said that, I think you explained it well. I'm part of the education system here. I have trained hundreds and hundreds of fellows. Fellows for your prospect are people who have finished MD medicine. They come for subspecialty. I'm a transplant nephrologist, or people who are coming for residency who have finished MD in India. And also we train students, medical students in US. So coming to your question number one, definitely this is a big setback for 24 lakh students, which itself is a question. There are two issues to this problem. One is a technical issue, which is what you're pointing out, and then there is a larger systemic issue. So I was coming to the systemic issue, but let me come back to the technical issue. I think the few steps government is taking is definitely a very good step towards a positive direction. Investigation is started by one of the epic body in India. Supreme Court is listening to this, but at the same time, I think a few more measures could have been taken a little earlier, like you rightly pointed out, which would have given some console to the students, because you understand, unlike in US, students in India, for some random reason, are preparing for these exams for 4, 3, 2, 5 years. Unlike in US, students over here, this is a different kind of exam, MCAT. They study for 1 year, 2 years. Just to give you a holistic prospect, around 85,000 students take MCAT exam every year in US, and the spots are 30,000. So 30% success rate. In India, it's 24 lakh students sitting. So I'm pointing to the systemic problem, and the spots are around 40-some thousand to 50,000 in general category, and reserved is 20. So you're looking into, if you're a general category person, less than 1%. So is it to be said that all that 99% people are not deserving? I disagree with that, because I can share so many studies with you that one exam should not determine somebody's future, and there is no correlation.
Okay. But has the government done enough so far from what you're hearing?
I would say these are excellent steps in the right direction. They have done it. They are taking action. And I really think each day there should be a release to the public, to the students, so that they can come down that what actions government is taking acutely to deal with the technical issue. For systemic issue, I think there has to be a broader committee.
Sure.
They have to touch core issues. Why 24 lakh students are sitting in exam? What are the alternatives? Arnab, I can tell you, there are so many subspecialties in healthcare which can make more money, better quality of life instead of being physician. 10 to 12 in US. We can talk about it later.
No, we'll talk about that. Right now, I'm just trying to get a sense, Dheeraj, has the government done enough? You know, the problem is all of last week, I've been slamming the government. So they say that, oh, you're anti-BJP, anti-Modi. And this week I'm saying, I think they've woken up a bit late. They've done a bit. So now, they'll come and say, oh, you're a Modi Bhakt. There's no balance in the commentary anymore. What do you think? Let me get Himanshu Rai, director. I am Bangalore. I am Indore watching this. Himanshu, what do you think?
Yeah, Arnab, I think that the steps that the government has taken are the right steps, and they have been taken in a timely manner. Now, when you say that the government did not do anything for the first 3-4 days, please understand that anything which is done as a knee-jerk reaction is never the right thing. You have to first understand the magnitude of this entire exam. You have to first understand the ramifications of taking a knee-jerk reaction. And therefore, after within a few days, the government has taken some very solid steps effecting a change in the leadership, forming a high-powered committee under Dr. Radhakrishnan with professors from IITs and AIIMS in it, the notification of the Public Examination Act, which calls for a very, very severe punishment. All of these steps are in the right direction. You see, there are 3 important issues that you need to address to maintain the integrity of exams: people, processes, and infrastructure. And I think the first 2 issues have been addressed by the first few steps that the government has taken. And now it's time to sit down, get back to the drawing board, and then figure out how to improve and strengthen the infrastructure.
Well, okay, Himanshu and Dr. Dheeraj Kaul now has come straight into the politics of it. You know, Dr. Santosh Mehrotra and Pula Rao, I think you should say, well done. You woke up a bit late, but you did a great job. Instead of saying, oh, we've got to stretch it, you know, we promised that we will make Halla Bol next week in Parliament session. Congress expects us to, so we must do Halla Bol. Halla Bol is not going to get anything. Pula Rao, Halla Bol is not a solution.
I say, well done, Arnab, because you have been raising this issue, you have brought it to the fore, so I say, well done, Arnab. And that's where the matter rests. This is not a new issue. For example, some states like Tamil Nadu have been asking for a discussion at least. Why not have a hybrid solution? Why not talk at least? Why talk when things are boiled over? Does it portray the government in good light? Why wasn't anybody thinking about it? There's a Secretary, Ministry of Education, Human Resources.
Yeah.
Why were they silent? Why were they silent? You know, these issues keep... I'll give you another instance. Take now Agnipath. That's also boiling. Nobody is talking about it. One day it will be withdrawn. Why can't the government be proactive, address it in time? Why wait till these things come to such a head? You and I know they are going to have to do something drastic.
I mean,
Otherwise,
if I were to compare the response of the Congress and the BJP to it, I would say the BJP has responded a lot. The Congress couldn't give a damn. In fact, Rajasthan Congress President, his sons were asked to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. In connection with the REET exam paper leak case, Rahul Baba kept quiet. The recruitment scam, Santosh Mehrotra, Anil Antony for grade 3 librarians cancelled because of leaked papers. Priyanka Vadra said nothing. September 2021, Bikaner police arrested 7 people for leaking the entire paper of the sub-inspector recruitment exam. Mallikarjun Kharge said nothing. Then the second grade teacher recruitment exam happened. That also got leaked. As recently as December 2022, did you know, viewers? Robert Vadra said nothing, though he has a lot of real estate interests in Rajasthan. All India Engineering Entrance Exam, Santosh Mehrotra, leaked in Uttar Pradesh, not during BJP time. Akhilesh said nothing. So I think it's so damn hypocritical, no? So damn hypocritical that you call 20 NEET aspirants to 10 Janpath, shoot an Instagram video, try to use them for political mileage as pawns, provide no solution. How responsible is that? Santosh Mehrotra versus Anil Antony in this stage of the debate. Santosh Mehrotra.
Mr. Goswami, in the last 7 years, there have been 70 paper leaks across this whole country, including the central government. And you are saying the government is acting and acting fast. Well, God bless you if you think this is called acting fast, obviously.
At least they're acting. Congress didn't even act.
Well done. Well done. Congratulations. While millions of lives are getting wasted, millions of households are waiting and worrying and waiting and worrying. Finally, after decades of promoting the NPA chief, the chief has been removed.
Volume louder.
So we should remind ourselves that action can be taken because the rot goes up to the top. Repeat. The rot goes up to the top, and our nephrologist from the United
Anil Antony is there, tell him directly. Don't be suggestive to him. Tell the BJP spokesperson what you mean when you say rot goes to the top. Tell him, Dr. Mehrotra.
That's a matter of investigation, Dr. Goswami.
But you're not refusing to elaborate.
What do you mean refusing? Am I the one? Have you put me in charge of doing the investigation?
But you've come to a conclusion. You've come to a conclusion.
Silly.
You said rot goes to the top. What do you mean? Tell Anil Antony what you mean.
You seriously telling me that you don't know this? We all know this. And yet we will do nothing about it.
I don't know.
Very important.
I don't know. I just know that Tejasvi Yadav's PS was busy organizing guest house rooms for the main scamsters. That I know. But do you know that? Anil Antony, you must respond to that now. You've heard it. He said rot comes from the top and not enough has been done. Yes. Your chance to respond. Anil Antony.
Thank you, Arnab. It's very good to be in your show again. Thank you for having me over. First of all, Arnab, I want to make it very clear to every single person who is sitting and watching the show that as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, the central government is concerned, as far as our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is concerned, nothing in this country is more important than the youth in this country. We are a young country, a median age of 27. We are moving forward with our trajectory of being a fully developed country by 2047. And it cannot be what it is without the full efforts and cooperation of our youth. So nothing is more important than the future of our youth. What happened so far, it is disappointing. We are very frank about it. It is disappointing. But immediately in the last few days itself, our government has been taking action, and we have acted in a manner which will ensure full confidence in our competitive exams, and it will ensure that every perpetrator is punished and our meritorious students will never suffer. First of all, let me just compare. There is a large echo.
No, please continue, loud and clear.
Let me just compare the actions of every political opponents of ours and us when something like this came up. My esteemed panelist himself said there had been many leaks in the previous 7 years, 70 plus leaks. Many of them are in opposition rule states. Rajasthan, many times the leaks had come. West Bengal, there was a massive paper leak during the teacher recruitment scam. But has anything been done so far? Now you look at this particular leak. Within a few days, last week you are also very critical of us. But within a few days, look at the action we have taken. The DG has been removed. CBI has now filed an FIR. Investigations are going on everywhere. Within a few days, a public examination act has been drafted, which has stringent punishments, 1 crore fines, 10 years could be your jail time if you are involved in these kind of activities. And then the Ministry of Education has created a very high-level committee with a person of the stature of a former ISRO director to look into our competitive exams and integrate all kind of modern technological practices, security practices to ensure that leaks don't happen. So these are all our steps we had taken just in the last 7 days. And we are doing all this to ensure that, let's say, our students will never suffer. We are creating frameworks for the future. Now you compare to our opposition. First of all, like you yourself mentioned, who are the people? The CBI has just started investigations, but some of the initial people who are alleged in the scam itself, it is people who are close aides to a political leader in Bihar, who is a part of this India Alliance, the DMK, Congress, the spokespeople are all there. The people who are initially accused of being in the scam itself are people who are actually aligned to that. Then Priyanka Gandhi, like you say, Priyanka Gandhi didn't do anything. She did something. Within a few hours of the scam, she posted a video of some girl who was making a lot of acquisitions again. Yes, she was making a lot of acquisitions. Some girl was telling that her OCR was torn and she was given less marks and NEET is a scam, etc. And within few hours, it was proved that she even gave fake documents in a court. So the Congress, as usual, first of all, the scamsters, most of the main scamsters seem to be from their India Alliance side itself. Let the CBI investigate that. And alongside that, the Congress is putting disinformation, trying to mislead the people.
One counter.
They are trying to once again get political mileage out of it. So this is, at the same time, look at what we have done. Last 1 week itself, our actions had been concrete. It is meant to
one counter, ladies and gentlemen. 49%, however, Anil still feel. 51% feel the center has done enough. Use your QR code and vote, ladies and gentlemen. Pulla Rao has one counter for Anil. Pulla.
One thing, I heard what Mr. Anil said, fair enough. But I want to ask him, should not have the ministry detected these things? They have such a vast network. How can they keep quiet?
Anil, respond. Limited time, Anil. Anil, why have you not detected it? Have you turned a blind eye, Anil?
What have you done? Don't you have?
Or have you turned a blind eye, Anil?
Can't you, you know, it's 24 lakh people.
I got it. Anil's hitting you back. Yeah, Anil.
See, like my esteemed panelist, Mr. Pullarao himself said, it's a large, it's a competitive exam which could be one of the largest in the world. 24 lakh people are taking at the same time. And then you have systems and practices where each state has certain, there are also stakeholders into it. Like what happened in Bihar. It is not the central government's fault that somebody who is an aide of Mr. Tejasvi Yadav, he decided to leak certain documents through certain encrypted channels. So this is something we are investigating.
Why are you focusing on that? Santosh Mehrotra, Anil keeps going back to the Tejasvi Yadav connection. He keeps going back to that.
Yeah, why doesn't he look back at Vyapam?
Why doesn't he look at Vyapam?
Going on for 2013. Why has nothing happened? 40 people were killed. 40 witnesses were killed. I mean, for God's sake, where do you, 2013, whose government was in power? And it's gone on for 10 years.
Anil, come on, quick retort to Anil.
Give me a break.
Anil, he says, give me a break, Anil. Give him a response.
See, there were so many states where so many malpractices used to happen in a very decentralized manner. This is why finally the government decided that it is
update that.
Centralized national, and so this is why finally a national entrance test was created to ensure that every single student in this country get a fair platform, a unified platform to prove their merit. And sadly, many people no, there is no failure. In the last few years, this is actually one of the best performing tests ever.
Wonderful success. Wonderful success.
Oh, now he sends you an ounce full of sarcasm out there, ladies and gentlemen. Anil, okay,
See,
5 seconds to Anil. Please go on, Anil.
See, we are doing all the steps to ensure that our people will have full confidence in our systems. Perpetrators will be held to justice, and we will ensure that meritorious students will come on top. There is no
ladies
doubt
and gentlemen, 51% feel center has done enough. The sense I get when I look at the public opinion on this matter is government, through its very, very quick action, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is redeeming its position a wee bit. But not completely yet, obviously. But it's...
Arnab, one small thing.
Pullarao, come on, give them a break, Anil.
Yeah, say, one small thing, a small thing. You know, in the cabinet system of ministerial responsibility, you just can't say, I did something, I corrected it. Somebody has to pay the price. Who should pay the price?
So that's what you want?
Yeah, it should be.
You want a scalp, right?
It should be.
You want a scalp. You're not interested in a solution. You want a political scalp. There you are. You just want some meat on your. You want some meat on your political bone. That's what you want.
I know
that's
many
what
ministers.
You want. Yeah, that's what you want, Pulla. Don't be a political carnivore. Don't be a political carnivore on an issue which matters so much to students.